Hi, today is August 23, 2025. Welcome to episode 29 of the Krishnamurti podcast with Sam Yogi. In today's episode, we will discuss the second talk by J. Krishnamurti at Ommen, Holland. And the topic of today's podcast can be said awareness beyond emptiness. In this talk, which is rather small, before the Q&A, the question and answer session starts, Krishnamurti or K emphasizes that inner emptiness and want prevent genuine discernment and understanding. Attempts to escape this void through choice, sensation, knowledge, or experience only intensify conflict and insufficiency. True discernment and clarity arise not from chasing opposites or accumulating experiences, but from awareness and meeting life directly, free from craving and escape. So now let's listen to what J. Krishnamurti actually said. Krishnamurti, friends, to understand the constant movement of life, the mind must be free from the burden of explanatory knowledge. It must be free from the attempt to hold the self protective lessons of experience. It must meet life anew every day. And in that meeting, there is understanding. Most of us, I think, realize consciously or unconsciously that there is an emptiness, an insufficiency in our lives. And we try to run away from that insufficiency through sensation, through forgetfulness, or through work. In the search for sensation, we go from one experience to another. We desire greater variety in sensation, and this movement of sensation we call experience. Yet, that empty void, that loneliness, does not cease to exist. We are simply trying to get away from it through experience, and this attempt to escape, this effort to fill it with experience, with mere knowledge, only creates greater insufficiency. Where there is an emptiness, there is always a craving and a grasping. So let's understand what K says. Here, K is saying that to truly understand life, the mind must let go of accumulated knowledge and past experiences, meeting each moment afresh. Human emptiness and insufficiency often drive the search for sensations and experiences, but such escapes only deepen the void. Craving arises wherever emptiness remains unexamined. Okay. Now let's see what K says next. Where there is wanting, there can never be discernment. Choice, which is based on want, can never bring about discernment. Choice is the conflict of the opposites. In choosing between opposites, you merely create further opposites. What is considered to be the essential becomes the unessential, and this movement is not progress. Choice creates the opposites. As long as the mind is caught in this system of opposites, there can never be discernment. Wanting prevents discernment. Where there is want, there is emptiness. You cannot destroy it, get rid of it, but you have to discover the cause that creates want. Now, because there is insufficiency in yourself, you try to fill that emptiness through sensation of various kinds, from the gross forms to the most subtle. Want exists only when there is not the right understanding of values. When you realize this with your whole being, then you will begin to discern the intrinsic value of all things. Then you will no longer perceive values as merely the result of opposites. When there is want, action must be incomplete. Now, that incompleteness further increases the emptiness of mind and heart. In awareness is discernment, in which there is no choice. Choice is a ceaseless struggle, a constant conflict. Okay, so here K is talking about incompleteness of action as a result of craving or want, which is because of hindrances like fear or what have you. And we have extensively dealt with this in the prior podcasts. So feel free to go back to my blog, which is at samrockcafe.wordpress.com, and listen or read on incompleteness of action. And you will be provided links in those blogs to the podcasts. Now let's understand what K just said here. K said, desire and choice, rooted in want, prevent true discernment. When the mind operates within opposites, seeking to fill inner emptiness through sensation, whether it is gross, like touching others, touching women, or touching a nice car, to subtle, like appreciating, say, beauty, or appreciating intelligence, or appreciating even a podcast like this, seeking to fill the emptiness through sensation. When the mind operates within opposites, seeking to fill inner emptiness through sensation, action remains incomplete There is no completeness of action. There is no completeness of action because there is no fullness of mind and heart. So action remains incomplete, and that's why conflict persists. And cases only through awareness and understanding of real values can discernment arise beyond the struggle of choice, because beyond the choice of opposites. So, in a nutshell, here K has said that wanting blocks, desiring blocks, craving blocks, discernment. So, here the talk has ended, and in the next podcast, which will be episode number 30, we will discuss the first of many questions that was asked K in this second talk at Ommen, Holland. And this talk was given on July 28, 1933. Thank you. You have a nice day.